So get set to take a look at the grid for the Stadium Super Trucks here at Surfers Paradise. Yep, they're back in Australia. Sean Cerveny to take it through the grid.
Starting up front, Scotty Steele, great opportunity for him. One of the fast runners, ended up not finishing so well yesterday. Now starting up on the pole. Right next to him in the Def Leppard Live Australia Tour truck is a number 57. Bill, only my mom calls me Billy Hines. Starting on the front, very excited about that. Sheldon Creed, the showstopper, number 74 in the red tracks, is in the third starting position. Having some trouble yesterday, starting near the front of the pack. And Brett Thomas in the 69 in the third row. You got Keegan Kincaid. Outside of him is Greg Gardner. Matt Mingay in the 7th position. Right next to him is Robbie Gordon. And of course, Paul the Dude Morris in the 9th position. Matthew Brabham next to him, and yesterday's winner, Burt Jenner, in the number 50, all the way in the back of the pack.
Great field of trucks coming up here around the streets of Surfers Paradise, the Stadium Super Trucks here on the Gold Coast. They're getting set now on board with the dude, Paul Morris. The excitement machine, isn't he?
He is excited. And yesterday he was so relaxed, and then he went out there and just did exactly what we thought he was going to do and just muscled his way from near the back of the track. And Paul moved right up through the front, finishing on the podium with his first race. Today, the drivers' meeting, not so fun, not so laughing, so joking around. These guys, like I said last night, they have fire in their eyes. They're feeding off this huge crowd. All the people here at the track and in all the towers, hundreds of thousands of people here spectating this great event, and the green flag is out there.
It's pretty intimidating straight into a ramp like this. We take a wicked onboard shot here with Paul Morris, who's taken to this category like a duck to water, the Super Cheap Auto entry. We head down to turn 1. Scotty Steele will lead us through.
Scotty Steele leads us through with his teammate. Bill Hines in second place as they get into that first chicane to see Sheldon Creed on board with him in the red Traxxas truck. Sheldon, the current points leader right now, ahead of Robbie Gordon in points. Now already in second place. Look at three-wheel. It's a good feeling for Sheldon Creed as he's moving forward quick. Scotty Steele lands real sideways off that big ramp.
You've got to land on 4 wheels, not 1, because he'd end up in the concrete fairly quick.
We've seen it already this weekend. Sheldon Creed getting in the concrete as he's applying some quick, heavy pressure to the Def Leppard Live driver of Scotty Steele, right now, the 2 young men running away from the pack. Meanwhile, Bill Hines in the 3rd spot with a big pack of talent, putting a lot of pressure on him. All the pressure on Bill Hines right now.
Is it me or Sheldon Creed look angrier today?
Sheldon Creed was not happy with yesterday's finish. He knew he got a little out of whack, got himself into the wall off one of the big front stretch jumps, and he wasn't happy with his personal performance. And yeah, he's out here with a vengeance today.
On board with Morris, it's Robbie Gordon to the left. He raced Indy cars here back in the day, finished on the podium back in '93, and hello, he's getting pushed back here, the dude. He's not going to like this.
Morris pushing Brabham around, makes the pass as they go off that Super Cheap Auto jump. Meanwhile, in the middle of the pack right there, you see Burt Jenner. Burt Jenner, last night's winner, starting all the way in the back, already gaining some ground.
Look at these two. They've cleared out of here, haven't they? Gone.
You get an open track for these young guys with Scotty Steele and Sheldon Creed. It's almost no one's going to be able to catch them. Keep it in mind, folks, this is a 10-lap race with a mandatory competition caution at the halfway marker. Well, they will go a full track caution, bunch the whole pack back up again. So no matter how big of a lead these young men out front pull, and we have a lead change as Sheldon Creed gets out in front, makes the pass on Scotty Steele. Open track for the 74.
So that's happened on the run into the turn 1 chicane. And already the replays are flying. Sheldon Creed, the showstopper, hitting the ramps. Awkward land back there for Steele. That was so close to hitting the wall left-hand side. The 2 Def Leppard trucks. Oh, it's a bizarre way to find the wall on the outside. 57 Hines.
He might have picked up a bit of a push there, got himself into the wall.
Crowd. Look at the crowd in the background there. They've swollen up to the fence here, haven't they?
There's Thomas. Looking good. Thomas having a great time. Led the first 3 laps last night of race number 1. Ended up falling towards the back a little bit, but Thomas looking really good right now as we hop on board there for a quick second with the dude in the Super Cheap Autos truck trying to make good work of Gardner.
That's Thomas, and that was going to happen all the time. Thomas had him stacked up. The Queenslander, who's more known for his sprint car and speed car exploits here. His first weekend on bitumen ever.
Look at that group. You got Keegan Kincaid in the blue Traxxas truck. You got Matt Mingay, Robbie Gordon, Burt Jenner, Gardner, all these guys, fast guys, Morrison there. That's a pack you're going to keep. I mean, right now, 3rd through 8th, you could throw a blanket over.
Amazing. They come out the final turn. They're already 2 laps into this. And the left front pretty much got the Toyo stickers on there still.
They do. We have back on board right now with Morris. You see him following, going to the chicane at the entrance of the V8 pit, slowing them down for the first two big ramps here. And as they land off the second ramp, third gear wide open right now as they bomb down into the next turn.
On board with Morris. This is what's like from his perspective. The hard break down to turn 1, 2, and 3, the chicane. You're watching Mingo with Robbie Gordon all over the back of him.
Robbie Gordon get guys to the inside. Can he make a stick? No, bit of a gentleman. Almost moved him all the way. Makes it happen. Barely touched Mingay right there. Mingay went wide. Robbie Gordon makes the pass, sets his sight on Keegan Kincaid. Now keep in mind, as we said, we are going to have a mandatory competition caution. So Keegan Kincaid now sitting in the third position. Very fast driver. He's won several rounds of racing this year and in 2014 with Robbie Gordon right on his tail. We got a lot of fast drivers out in front right now. Meanwhile, we're the two young men. We're first and second, man.
Yeah, they've disappeared. Nowhere to be seen right now.
They have checked out. Sheldon Creed and Scotty Steele checking out on the pack. Robbie Gordon trying to dive to the inside of Kincaid. Kincaid throws it up on 3 wheels. Gordon not able to make that stick as he applies a little bit more pressure. Right now, they're taking Mingay to school. Mingay's watching them saying, man, I might be able to pick up some quick pointers here. Seem to struggle a little bit this weekend, as in Adelaide. 3 third places, Mingay running so well right now, but keep in mind those broken ribs.
Yes.
So Mingay's got to be in an awful lot of pain, and that's got to be mentally tough out there in these trucks.
Not the place to come and heal them, is it?
No, this is, the doctor said, yes, you're doing well, it's healing up. He didn't say go hop in a stadium super truck.
Well, Matty didn't tell the doctor what he was doing this weekend.
One
of the
sure.
two. Through the little S's back onto the finish line now. So Robbie Gordon looks a lot racy than what he did yesterday.
He did. You know, he was having, the truck was missing a little bit yesterday, and even more today. They had some electrical issues. It looks like Kyle Robbins and the team has worked that out. And look at Bill Hines. You see he peeled the hood up as he got into the tire wall earlier, up on 3 wheels. Where is this replay taking us? It's not looking pretty so far.
Seriously, that's cool.
Bill Hines just missing the wall right there, keeping his foot in it. And meanwhile, we have had a pass for third. Robbie Gordon now sitting in a podium position in the third place right now. Behind him is Keegan Kincaid in that all-blue Traxxas truck. He's got his eyes set on the leaders, but there is a lot of ground to be made up right now. And still, Sheldon Creed, our current points leader, and Scotty Steele, first and second, have checked out on the pack. As we go back, here is a replay.
It's Creed, seriously, up in the air.
Sheldon Creed with big air. Scotty Steele, big air too, sideways still running, staying right on the pipe, all the way off that Landland side as we hop on board with our points leader and our current leader here today. Sheldon Creed, as he grabs third gear, going down that front stretch, slows it down, gets on the binders, goes into this new little chicane as they get ready to go back into second gear, holds it on off the Toyo jump. Second gear right to the wood off the Super Cheap, and we've got our mandatory competition caution flag is out. Man, that's just the first half of the race.
The whistle's gone off in 5 seconds, though.
Yeah.
Why'd you go that far if they knew they're going to throw the yellow?
So here we are. I don't know. We go into this now. Now we're going to bunch them all back up. So this is when things get really excited. We've got hundreds of thousands of people hanging out of the apartment windows, hanging out of their hotel windows, hanging over the fences here. And now it's unreal what's about to happen as they unleash these last 5 laps.
We're halfway home here. Race 2 of the Stadium Super Trucks from Surfers Paradise. So, Matty Brabham, who finished second yesterday, running back in 8th at the moment. Thomas, who found himself 3rd, is now towards the back of the field. But time, this is more like an expression session right now. Halftime break, isn't it?
It kind of is. It kind of is. You know, the thing is, it's hard to say. You got 10 laps, all right? The first 5 laps, you want to do everything you can to better yourself and move up through the pack. But you don't want to take chances on wrecking the truck while you're doing that. Because you know, midway through, you got this comp caution. And this is when it really unleashes. Look at that replay of Matthew Brabham. You know, the name Brabham has been so big in all kinds of racing for so many years, but this is the first of the family that we've seen over the top of the Kench fence on purpose.
Yeah, exactly right. Used to go to school just down the road here in Southport. These days calls Indianapolis home. He's living the dream of so many teenagers and adults like us
Absolutely.
as well.
Absolutely. You know, Matt Brabham, two-time Road to Indy winner, looking forward to a career in IndyCar, but doing so well with a second place yesterday in race number 1 here in Stadium Super Trucks. Maybe, who knows, maybe a career change in Matthew's future here, maybe going Stadium Super Truck racing.